Hey guys, so today I am going to be showing what I do to plant and start fava beans, also known as broad beans in Europe. And the variety that I'm going to be growing is broad Windsor. So I've never grown broad beans before, fava beans before. So I'm going to try these this year as an experiment, and I got these from Baker Creek. So one thing I want to note is that I'm starting these in toilet paper roll holders. You could also use paper towel holders. And the reason is this: I've grown a lot of peas and beans over the years, and one thing that I noticed was primarily in the spring, we have I'm here in central West Virginia and zone 7A, and I noticed that I was getting a lot of damage, and what I thought at the time was seeds that didn't sprout in early spring, but I later found out that that wasn't the case. I was either having squirrels dig them up, slugs, because it's very wet here in the springtime, so I have a really bad slug problem. So it was either squirrels or slugs, or basically as soon as they sprout, decapitating them and killing off all my peas and beans. I did for the squirrels there for a while. I do have success with sowing my beans to some extent, and then going back and taking blood meal, just a little bit of blood meal, and sprinkling it over top of the beans until they germinate. It keeps the squirrels away from them, because the squirrels in my area, they're going to dig them up and they're going to eat the seeds, and if they don't, then the slugs will get them in early spring. And my dog is barking, so you have to excuse me for one moment. Okay, sorry about that. So last year when I was doing my peas, since they get planted so much earlier than my beans, it was really, really bad. I had to resow my peas, oh goodness, at least twice, in some areas 3 times, to the point to where I was running low on seeds. So I saw Charles Dowding. He has a YouTube channel. It's he's kind of like the father of no-dig gardening. So anyways, I saw him, and he's in Europe, he's in the UK. I saw how he starts his beans and peas, just about everything except carrots, in his greenhouse using either modules or these. So I thought I would give this a try. And the reason why I'm using these, besides just regular modules, let me actually go grab those. That might help. Okay. I don't know if you can see here. Let's see. There's how deep the standard module tray is. I want to say about 2 inches or so, maybe 2.5. And let me move this out of the way here. There you go. And what it is that the broad beans, they're a much bigger plant than your peas. And of course, they're all in the same family. They're in the legume family, but they grow really deep tap roots, and pretty quickly. So I did not want to restrict the growth of the root, because they're only going to be in this for about 3 weeks. So from the time I plant this today, they're going to be going out around about probably about the 3rd week of February. And the interesting thing about broad beans, fava beans, is that they will actually tolerate temperatures down to 10 degrees, which is a lot colder than our average temperature that time of year. So that's a little quick info on fava beans. Now I will be starting my peas in the regular module trays, if you will. Because the plants aren't quite as big and they don't need as substantial of an area for the roots. But anywho, so all right, again, these are fava beans. These are Windsor variety, and these are actually, let's see, it doesn't, I don't think they actually have it on this packet, but I looked it up online, and I believe that this variety takes around 95 days, give or take, to actually produce. And that's actually pretty critical to why I'm planting these so early. Our last frost date here is about the middle of April, average last frost date. But since these plants can take such cold temperatures, what generally speaking cannot take those temperatures quite that cold are the blooms. So I don't want to take the chance. I want it to be a little bit warmer, but by the time it blooms. So I anticipate these should start blooming around April time, because I should be hopefully finish harvesting all of these late May, give or take. But anyways, these are the seeds, and they are really big, really big. Just for a little bit of perspective, I'm going to get you that right there is a seed, a bean for the rattlesnake pole beans, and that's a fava bean. So they're really big, and the pods themselves get really long, like 10 inches. So they're not quite, just imagine a really big green bean, pole bean pod. That's about the size that they get. So all I'm doing is planting these like so. Okay, I'm back. Had to pause it for a moment. So I'm just pushing these into the soil. And you can probably tell that you can still see them, but I'm going to come back in and cover them back up with some more soil. Okay, I'm not using all of these seeds. I'm going to plant, I'm staggering my planting. I'm going to do some more in about 2 weeks. But real quick, let me show you the soil I'm putting them in. Is this right here. And I make my own seed starting soil, which basically consists of 50% black cow compost and 50% coconut coir, because I want a nice, loose, fluffy soil. And the black cow compost will help to hold on to moisture and will be big enough particles to still give good aeration in the soil. So I'm just coming back over and covering those seeds and packing it down just a little bit. You don't want to pack it too tight, especially when you're dealing with smaller seeds. But these are bigger seeds, so they can take quite a bit of punishment. But your small seeds, just as a general rule, you don't want to pack them in there, because then they may have problems actually pushing through the soil. And I just put these toilet paper holders into old butter balls, excuse me. So yeah, that's just about all there is to it. There's extra dirt in there. That's not a big deal. It'll all wash out into the bottom, and after these sprout, I'm going to take these out to the garden. After, like I said, when they're about 3 weeks old, I'll take them out and go ahead and plant them. But that's it for now. I'm going to water these in with a light misting to get them started going down that road of germination. And I'll post an update here in the next couple weeks. See ya. Bye.